Today, protesters and Democratic senators and Democratic members of Congress showed up at the headquarters of USAID in Washington as the Trump administration is trying to illegally shutter that agency. Yesterday and last night in Los Angeles and Atlanta and several other cities around the country, we had big protests in support of immigrants and against what the Trump administration is trying to do with these mass arrests and roundups of immigrants. Tomorrow, we're expecting people to protest at the U.S. Treasury Building at 5 p.m. Eastern Time in Washington, D.C. Joining us once again is Congressman Jamie Raskin of Maryland, who was at USAID headquarters today. Congressman, you were talking about civil service law and lawsuits to try to protect civil servants being one of the fronts on which the opposition can proceed. What are you seeing as the other potential fronts on which the opposition can advance in very short notice?
Well, in Congress, of course, we're going to be fighting them in subcommittees and committees, on the floor, in the House, in the Senate, with filibusters at every turn. But popular protest is going to become very important here, and it's going to look very different from the first Trump administration. Everybody remembers, a million people gathering for the Women's March, and I have no doubt we could get at least that many, if not 5 million. But we also know that Donald Trump has just pardoned 1,500 Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, violent insurrectionists, cop assaulters. And so we don't want a huge protest like that to become a magnet for right-wing provocateurs and violence. Donald Trump would love nothing more than to send in the police and to, stage some kind of, declare martial law or something in a situation like that. But I think the decentralized local protests around particular departments, particular agencies, in particular towns and cities are going to proliferate. And I got to tell you, it was thrilling and exhilarating to see hundreds of people show up on just a couple hours' notice that we were going to have a press conference outside of AID today. So there's tremendous popular fervor here, and that's giving everybody a lot of confidence and showing that we're not afraid of these people. They might be attempting a coup against America, but we're going to stop them, and we're going to use every means available to us.
Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat of Maryland, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for doing your part in the, as you say, sort of impromptu press conference come protest today at USAID. It's become a real focal point for a lot of people in terms of thinking about templates for moving forward and for speaking out. Thanks for being there, and thanks for talking to us about it tonight.
I appreciate it.
All right, we'll be right back. Appreciate it.